Hello, believers. In this video, we are going to discuss the best cards from the Captain's event that you can claim, and we will also know, is this the right time to claim the 111 OVR players from the Captain's event? To make video neat and clean, I have separated video into 2 points, which are 1. Best expensive players, and is this the best time to claim players in the Captain's event? 2. Best cheap beast cards you can claim in the Captain's event. So believers, as always, video is going to be informative, and make sure you have subscribed to the channel, plus turned on the notification bell icon for more amazing contents like this. Now let's begin with point number 1. Best expensive players, and is this the best time to claim players in the Captain's event? Before we select any players from this Captain's event, a lot of you might ask me, is this the best time to claim Captain's event cards? If yes, why, and if no, why not? That is totally dependent on the amount of shards you have. However, in most of the cases, it's okay to claim Captain's event player. If you are the user who want to claim Captain's event players, and you have already amount of shards reached to claim the player that you want, then, yeah, you can definitely claim. However, some of you might be still collecting shards. So, in such cases, I suggest you wait for the shards collection. But yeah, all the players from the event is already launched. So, yeah, this is right time to claim the players from the Shards Exchange in this Captain's event. Now, here firstly, we are going to talk about some of the expensive players from the Captain's event, but even though they are expensive, they are still worthy to claim. And I will rate them out of 3 points, where 1 point means less recommended, 2 points mean mid-recommended, and 3 points means highly recommended. Firstly, we have player number 5, and he is Van Dijk. Van Dijk is the second best defender in the game. If you need a tall guy who has power header traits, who is good in terms of heading and jumping, then Van Dijk is best. If your opposition has even mid player, then Van Dijk will cook through his headings. Anyway, he is great at defending, and physical is also very strong. Talking about pace, it's 115, and this is an updated pace for the defender. Overall, a great card. I will recommend him 1 out of 3 just because he costs 4,000 shards, and his replacement will surely come within the next 1 to 2 months, as in the anniversary event, 113 OVR players is going to be max. In the number 4, we have Ronaldo. 111 OVR greatest captain's version of Ronaldo is a great and reliable striker. He is very versatile and active as per work rate. He moves a lot more here and there, and you can feel activeness. Plus, he has a lot of abilities like dribbling, shooting, heading, and not only that, physical attributes are also good. This time, the most good thing about Ronaldo card is 5-star weak foot. He is a perfect striker. The cons on this card is step over doesn't feel much more boosted compared to other meta strikers and wingers. Recently, Ronaldo has been at the top 2 to top 3 positions in ST and LW both. I know he is a winger, but still he performs great, even in the striker version. In the winger version, there are a lot of wingers who surpass this card. Overall, being good in ST, which is an alternative position, is a cons plus, many other wingers being better in his main position. LW is also another cons plus in anniversary. We might get a better winger compared to Ronaldo, so I am rating him 1 out of 3, which means less recommended. Moving to player number 3, we have Maldini. Whether it's about playing center back or left back, this guy can cook in both positions, and he is best on it. You can consider him as a top 1 center back and like top 2 left back. 138 defending, 126 physical, and pace is insane. Also, he has dive into tackles traits. Defending work rate is high. A bit height is less compared to other meta defenders, but still this will work out. If you talk about scoring goals from corners, then I don't suggest a player like Maldini, but in terms of fullback and defense, he is definitely the best in the game. Maldini cards maintain ranking and give constant performance for very long, so I will rate him 3 out of 3, which means highly recommended. Now in the number 2, we have Messi. Messi is the best winger in the game, almost top 1 to top 2 right winger. He has got freaking 5-star skill moves, and bros, his dribbling pace is insane. You can see 5-star weak feet and all the shooting traits. Dribbling-wise, very smooth, and if you perform step-over exit, there is no card you will get better than Messi in my opinion, as his step-over boost works very well. And not only that, lane change is also good on him. Another best thing on a Messi card is pinpoint through and lofted passes. So, make sure to try it out. I will rate Messi 2 out of 3, which means mid-recommendation, and you can definitely get 1 to 2 more alternatives of Messi in upcoming days. Finally, we have a King Cruyff in the number 1. Cruyff is the best striker in the game right now, but the saddest thing is, It's crazy hard to get as a free-to-play user, and we can't even pack him through opening different packs in the game. His skills and abilities are incredible. If you are F2P, then I suggest you bros go with that 107 version, as he is still worthy of using. Since it's very hard to get this version, we have no choice. Anyway, he is pacey, and the step-over skill move boost is insane. The working skill moves on these cards are lane change, step-over exit, and the elastico. Cruyff cons in physical. Overall, I will rate him 3 out of 3, which means highly recommended. Comment down, which of these greatest captain's cards who cost freaking 4,000 shards are worth claiming? Now, let's move to point number 2. Best cheap beast cards you can claim in the captain's event. So, we discussed the extremely expensive players that you bros can claim in case if you have shards, but if you don't have 4,000 shards, then, from this event, we definitely have a lot of options which you can claim from this captain's event. In the cheap beast cards also, I'm going to give a recommendation out of 3 points. In the number 10, we have Marquez. This is a crazy good card in my opinion. Okay height, good pace, crazy defending, great physical, and has medium-high work rate. Talking about traits, he has dives into tackles and is a long passer. Talking about cost, 800 shards for 111. It's the second cheapest price for 111 OVR, and at this price, this card is a gem in my opinion. He is like top 10 to top 15 center back in FC Mobile, and I think, with 800 shards, it's very cheap. And for F2P, I am recommending 2 out of 3, where for P2W, I will recommend 1 out of 3. Talking about number 9 cards, we have Dunga. He is a card who has 4-star skill moves, being centered defensive midfielder, good pace, passing dribbling, defending, and physical. He has medium-high work rate, which is okay for CDM, and if a situation comes, he can even score for you. Anyway, in just 1,000 shards, you are getting a top 10 center defensive midfielder who is 111 rating. That's a decent price, and for F2P, I will recommend him 2.5 out of 3, where for the P2W or who have a higher budget than 1,000 shards, I will recommend 1 out of 3. In the number 8, we have Forlan, a 111 rating player, and in our website, Forlan is placed on top 15 striker in the recent scenario. Forlan is also very cheap. You can't get this much cheap as 111 rating card, and when the 5% discount is added, he just costs freaking 760 shards. He is the cheapest 111 rating player, or striker, in the game. Talking about his performances, he is really good. He is pacey and good on dribblings. Smoothness is not matched with the wingers, as his dribbling level is not similar with the meta wingers, but still expect good smoothness in this card. I recommend him just 3 out of 3 for those who has low budget, but for those who have higher budget, I will recommend him 1.5 out of 3. In the number 7, we have Martinez. He costs 650 shards and is like a top 10 to top 15 striker in game. 124 pace, good shooting, dribbling, and physical. This is also mid-card in my opinion, and you will get a better striker than Martinez, so I don't suggest Martinez. I will recommend him 1 out of 3 for those who have a good budget, but for those who have less budget, I recommend 2.5 out of 3. In the number 6, we have Valverde. He is also 111 and costs 1,250 shards. In discount, he comes on like 1,188 shards, but bros, I am recommending him just 1.5 out of 3 because of his cost. CM costing such a high amount is not good in my opinion, and that also taking him when, you know, next month you can get 111 in 300 to 450 shards. It's definitely a dumb. Valverde is not a crazy meta card. He comes on top 15, but yeah, the card gives average performance. The issue is, he is expensive. Moving to number 5, we have Bale. This card has mostly been meta in-game due to very insane speed. You all know speed matters in wing position. If you need a good right winger, he is the best option, and Bale is even good at the striker position. Overall, I will recommend him. 2.5 for those who have a good budget, and for the F2P, it's a great card. So, I will recommend 3 out of 3. Moving to number 4, we have Son. Son Heung-min is costing 1,250 shards only, which is mid-price-wise, and if you look at his stats then, he is also one of the fastest left winger in the game with 139 speed. Anyway, 127 shooting, 132 dribbling, stats-wise, this is incredible winger and meta. Recently, I consider him as a top 3 to top 5 left winger. I will recommend him 3 out of 3 for the F2P. And if you have a great budget, then, still, Son can be a great option in this event. However, he will definitely drop in list in some 2 to 3 months, like top 10. Anyway, Son is undoubtedly a great card. You can definitely take him. Talking about number 3, we have James, a 110 rating right back who is really cheaper in price. James is very fast and can even dribble well, however he lacks on 4-star skill moves. His defending performances are good. as of now. However, his stamina is very less, and attacking work rate is high, and defensive work rate is mid, which means he stays mostly in mid and attacking areas when ball is not with him. He has open up fake shot traits, and overall, great. However, stamina is a big threat for him in his positioning. You will get him on just freaking 650 shards, and you all know these all players will be discounted if you complete this reward section, Toddy chapter. So after 5% discount, his price will be just 618 shards. I would say definitely a very worthy card as per the price. And especially for F2P, I will recommend 2.5 out of 3, where for those who have a great budget, you can skip, or I will recommend just 1 out of 3. In the number 2, we have Park Ji-sung. He has 3-star skill moves. Pace is crazy good, bros. Literally 130 sprint speed and center midfielder. Actually, in the past, he used to launch as a right or left midfielder, so his original position was on the wing, not in center. Anyway, he can even play left and right midfielder, and you can see his passing, dribbling, and everything looks good. He might be a good card, have to give a test. The 800 cost is understandable for him as stats look good. For those who have a good budget, I will rate 1 out of 3. But for those who have a low budget, this is good CM. And I recommend 2.5 out of 3 unless you are okay with his 3-star skill moves. Finally, in the number 1, we have Pulisic. He is a right winger. He has 4.5 stamina, which is good, 4-star skill moves, and 5-star weak foot. Also, his pace is insane. Shooting is very good, and dribbling is also crazy insane. He has traits like finesse shot and flair. Just issue in this card is not having good physical otherwise. In 450 shards, this card is really worth it, and it might be favorite cheap beast choice. Very cheap, and I will recommend him 3 out of 3 for those who have very less budget. But if you have a budget then, go for better. As for those, I will recommend him 1 out of 3. Overall, in conclusion, there are not many great players you can take from this event, as most of them are going to be replaced very soon when 112, 113 OVR players come. This was main reason. I told you in the starting of the event that, just collect shards in such a ways. You will be able to collect just 1 Axe 111. Now if you have collected over shards then, you can see there is seriously no top 1 player EA launched in these 4 weeks. However, I warned you, if you want to claim greatest captains then, you can definitely try claiming 4K shards. Make sure you have listened to my recommendation and followed, as things are dependent on the situations too. Anyway, believers, for more deep analyzed, top-notch, informative and helpful contents like this, subscribe and turn on the bell icon. That's all for this video. I will meet you with the next one. Till then, your lovely host, Mr. Believer.